In our lives, we are feeling sometimes really overwhelmed. We have an idea that our lives should be in a specific way. And because we have decided that we want our lives to be in a specific way, we will basically start to focus only on the things that we would want in our lives. This will cause a lot of problems within ourselves because every time something shows up that is not in alignment with what we want and how we see that our lives should be, we start to become very weird inside of ourselves. These feelings and emotions that arise, fear, anger, guilt, whatever negative energy flows within you because you don't see your life as ideal at the moment, is just holding you more back on being free of yourself. The world we are living in and the people around us basically have taught us that our lives should be in a specific way. You should have specific jobs in order to be successful. You should have an amount of money every month. You should be somebody in this world in order for you to be a success. But in reality, there is no such thing as a success. There is just life. An animal or an insect or a tree is not constantly busy trying to make their life the way they want it to be. They just accept life as is. Now we humans have of course a little bit more freedom because we have a very different intelligence within ourselves that makes us act in a certain way. But still, life is not what you make of it. Life is what is. And the reason why we start to feel weird inside of ourselves, that means resisting things, is because you decided that you need life to be in a specific way for you to be happy. The beautiful thing about life is that life will reflect onto you based on who you are being on the inside. But as long as you keep worrying about how your life should be, it just means that you are not in the present moment right now, which means you are not enjoying your life as is right now. You are constantly trying to control and manipulate the world around you to be in a certain way so that you do not have to deal with your negative emotions. You just want things to be in a specific way so that you can be fine living life. We do this because we have created a persona about ourselves based on our past experiences. And based on our past experiences, we have decided that our future should be in a specific way. So that just means we are attaching ourselves to a past persona. And we are holding on to that persona because we are afraid of letting go of who we are. That is our ego. We have created a mask of ego on top of ourselves, making ourselves believe that we have to be in a specific way to be joyful and happy in life. So, based on our past experiences, we have created something out of those experiences that makes us who we are at this moment. And because of that, we are afraid of letting go of that, which is really necessary in order for you to become free. Because we are afraid of losing our personal identity. But the best thing about life is to do not have an identity at all. To really not care if you have the biggest house, to not care if you have the nicest car, to not care if you have the most money, to not care if you are successful. Because as long as you keep labeling yourself as you need to be somebody, as you need to be successful, as you need to be something in this world, to leave something behind, to leave your name behind, to be a great success, to have a successful life, you are actually doing the opposite of what you have to do in order to have a successful life. The word successful doesn't matter at all, because having a joyful experience is what matters. But as long as you keep trying to manipulate and control the world around you so that you can be comfortable, you are not really comfortable within yourself. Because you are trying to make the outside world in a certain way so that your inside doesn't get triggered. And this is very important to know because many of us are not understanding this, that we are having a lot of energy within ourselves that we trying to hold on to. We are repressing the energy because we are afraid of feeling that energy, and therefore we try to make the outside world a certain way. We have goals, we have dreams, we have certain visions on how our life should be. So the best thing for you to do is to try to let go of your persona. Try to let go of your identity. You have to become no one, you have to become nothing. And that scares a lot of people because they believe that they have to become someone, they have to become successful. Because the true beauty of this world is when you can let go of yourself, of your ego, of how things should be, things outside will actually be really beautiful. And therefore you do not need to manipulate certain things a certain way in order for you to feel comfortable. Because you will be comfortable all the time. So to let go of your past means to let go of your identity. And that is going to be troublesome for quite a lot of people in this world. Because of all the years that you have put so much effort into creating yourself. And now it is time for you to let go of yourself. Let go of your created self. It doesn't mean you will disappear. You will actually start to open up. You will actually start to become more alive within yourself. When you are not resisting life as it is, you will be satisfied in whatever situation you will be in. And yes, there's going to be situations in life that are going to be very sad for you. There's going to be situations in life that are going to be hard to deal with. That doesn't mean that you have to be happy and content in these situations. No, you accept the sadness also as a part of your life. You accept grief as a part of you. The thing is, we are living in an age where we do not accept any negative emotion whatsoever. And because of that, we are unnecessarily suffering. Pain happens to every one of us. You bump your toe against something or your head or whatever, but that is temporarily. Whatever your reaction is after that pain is suffering. You can bump your toe and the rest of the day you be complaining about everything. It's not your day. Like, if only that didn't happen. And because of that you suffer. You drag on a situation that only maybe took a second. The pain maybe lasted a minute. But you make yourself suffer the rest of your day and in many cases the rest of your life. Because a certain thing didn't happen the way you want it to happen. You suffer because you feel like you had to do things differently. But if you let go of yourself and how things need to be in your life, there is no suffering. Because your life is just the way it is. You do not need things to be in a certain way. And the most ironic thing about this is that all the things on the outside that you always wanted to be, will start to happen in your life. Because now you can use your energy for all these wonderful things. You are not pushing things away because now your energy is in alignment with all these wonderful things that you desired. And this is beautiful because the irony is that you then do not care about these things happening or not. You'll be content with yourself no matter if you got the thing or not. No matter if an event happens or not. You will be good within yourself. And that's going to take a little work for a lot of people in order to get there. Because in order to get free of yourself, you have to let the world and the universe and the energies all do its thing. And in the beginning of that journey, it can be quite painful because you start to see a lot of energies inside yourself that are really weird. And you do not understand why they are there, but they were there all along. The only reason is you tried to make the outside world in a certain way so that you did not have to deal with these energies within yourself that are all weird and messy. It is all about letting go of this negativity within yourself. All the events and all the experiences that you have learned in your life, in your past, in many cases are still inside of us. The person that bullied us when we were a child, and therefore we decided to become very strong and go to the gym and become a really strong person so that that will never happen again. All those emotions are still in there because we have covered it up with other ways of making ourselves be comfortable within ourselves. So all these events from the past that you didn't like so much, that you have then repressed within yourself, will start to come up. So if you're not trying to mess with the outside world and do not try to make certain things in a certain way, certain events will come up again inside yourself. Events from the past that you covered up with your personal experiences. And the more these things come up and the more you let go of these things, because you are not trying to repress them, you start to feel them instead of repressing them again. The more you can let go of your old persona, the more you become nothing, nobody, no one, and the more free you will become to really experience this beautiful thing we call life. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one. In the meantime, have a wonderful, awesome, and blissful day. Peace.